Jackson, what are you doing here?
Hello, Jack.
Hello, all. Mr. Garrison. Alex, I'm very sorry to blindside you this way, but it is true. Dimitri amended his will.
When?
He called me to his bedside at Seaview.
But that's impossible. My husband was in a coma most of the time.
I assure you, he was quite lucid when he and I spoke. It was right after his stem cell therapy.
Are you telling me he called you to his hospital bed and drafted an amendment?
Yes, I am.
Why is this so hard for you to believe?
Because it doesn't make any sense. Why would he do something like that without telling me?
I can only speculate as to why Dimitri demanded secrecy regarding this.
I'll speculate away.
I believe, Alexandra, that he felt you would object to this amendment to the will.
Why would I object?
Because this codicil concerns you. In fact, it could change your life.
You'll have to forgive me, gentlemen. I'm rather shaken by this announcement.
Well, Dimitri did like his surprises.
This makes absolutely no sense.
Yes, Biddy. I'm in the middle of something. Very well. I apologize for the intrusion, but I've been summoned to chambers.
Well, what about the codicil to my brother's will?
Oh, Mr. Montgomery can explain the particulars.
I should make.
Alex, dear, forgive my running out. I hope that you'll appreciate Dimitri's gesture in the spirit in which it was intended.
Thank you.
Look, Alex, I know this comes as a great shock to you. But there's no way that I could say anything because Dimitri held me to client, lawyer confidentiality.
But we didn't have any secrets from each other. I knew exactly what he was feeling those last few weeks. He must have been delirious to go behind my back like that.
No, his mind was clear and focused.
I'm sorry, Jackson, but I don't believe you.
I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe you believe Dr. Silbert. He evaluated Dimitri, and he was there to witness his signature.
Silbert was in on this?
A little bit different when you're the one left guessing, isn't it?
You're rather smug, aren't you?
Well, I did know about the amending of the will. That's why I asked Jack to be here.
Oh. This must have been very satisfying, setting me up for an ambush.
Well, if you're gonna push me, I'm gonna have to agree with you. But the truth is, I don't know what's in that codicil.
No, he does not know, because what's in there was very personal and very intense for Dimitri.
And life-changing, apparently.
Inevitably.
All right, go ahead.
During the duration of his illness, Dimitri sold off a great deal of Marick Industries. He sold it to various corporations and consortiums. Now, these sales netted millions, which were placed in an interest-bearing trust. The disbursement of this fund is addressed in this codicil.
Go on.
It was Dimitri's wish that a medical foundation be established. Its purpose, its mission statement, if you will, was to research causes and develop cures for rare diseases.
Rare diseases? Jack, that's a little vague. Is that what
Well,
it says?
the actual language is a little more specific and encompasses a variety of illnesses, most of them terminal. Ailments so rare that they're often passed over when it comes to funding for research.
Dimitri's illness, you fell into that category.
That's right.
This isn't what I expected at all. I mean, this is exciting news. A foundation like that could save so many lives. Why would he feel that he had to keep that from me?
I believe he felt that you may oppose his choice to head up this foundation.
Oh, Edmund.
No. You. Dimitri named you as foundation director. Edmund and I will serve as trustees on the board.
But I'm not an administrator. I hate paperwork. I mean, this is an incredible bequest. It means that my husband may have given up on himself, but he didn't give up on the future. Well, if this really was his last wish, can't really be a coward about it, can I? Not when he went through so much. Well, I suppose I can act as a figurehead. I can sign off on research grants or go to annual meetings. It's not too much to ask.
Well, I'm afraid you won't get off quite that easily. You see, as director, you'll be in charge of research. Hands-on. Now, the foundation will be centered at the Pine Valley Hospital.
I'm never going back there.
Well, of course, I can't force you. But it was Dimitri's dying wish.
It can't be. This position is a full-time job in a field that I've chosen to leave. I mean, Dimitri knew that. He knew my reasons. I wasn't even going to take his case.
That sounds like vintage, Dimitri. You know, he's still calling the shots, even from beyond the grave.
He wasn't like that.
Oh, yes, he was. You may have loved him, but I knew my brother.
You wouldn't wish something for me that I didn't want for myself.
He just did, Alex. Jack, this is pattern. Back me up here. He just strong-armed his way through life.
Dimitri liked to live by his own rules, and he also liked to make sure that everybody else lived by those rules if he could.
That might have been your experience of him, but I watched a man struggle with a disease that gave no quarter. He fought, yes, but he also accepted. Ultimately, perhaps on his own terms. But either way, he knew he'd lost.
Alex, open up your eyes. He always had a plan B. He had that codicil.
You know, it's my experience that bequests like this are an attempt by the dying to somehow stay connected to life.
He will always be connected to me, with or without a codicil.
You're fighting a losing battle, Alex. I know what you're feeling. You're feeling him pulling at your heartstrings, and it's maddening because if you defy his last wish, you're disrespecting his memory. Now, you know, I don't think you knew what it was like to be me for the last few months, but I think now you have a clue. I think you do. Dimitri chose my role, and now he's chosen yours. Now, is it cruel or is it kind? That's up for you to decide.
I'm sorry for the interruption. Alex, has everything been explained to your satisfaction?
You could say that.
Well, there's just one more detail before we adjourn. Dimitri was a member of the Squires Club here in London. They need someone to go around to his rooms to collect his belongings.
I'll go.
Do what you can to get me out of this.
I'll do whatever I can.
Thank you. I appreciate it.